Peace, peace. What's up? What's up? Casual sex. Turn up Tuesdays. What y'all know about casual sex? Do you approve? Do you disapprove? Do you participate? Do you avoid? Are there advantages? Are there disadvantages? What are your thoughts on casual sex? I got some thoughts. I want to talk about them. Because I want to talk about relationship science. Because I don't care whether it's casual or whether it's serious. It's all about relationships. I said I'm going to flood y'all with relationship stuff. What up? There go my cousin Wanda in the building. What up, Sincere? Press 2 if you're going to share this video for me. Teresa's in the building. What up? What up? What up? Kobina. Yeah, put this in these relationship groups or somewhere. Post it in one of them Christian groups or one of them magic groups. Let's talk about it. Abdul Kul Tafalatat, Wabazon, Gama Farragoon, Shalel Kaloon. I am in the love of all, and all love is in me. I am a part of all, and all is a part of me. And I am one with all, and all is one with me. I can succeed as a part of all and fail as an individual. I can be all that I wish in all, as long as my wish is to stay in all. I am never alone. All is, I am. All can, I can. All does, I do. What up, what up, what up? What up, Miss Tasha? What up, Miss Green? What up, Miss Ray? Shelly is in the building. Team Pisces in Charlotte, North Carolina. Oh, yeah. I know you love it. Vaughn, what up, Miss Hunter? I want to hear some commentary. Y'all should start off first. What do you think about casual sex? I ain't with it. It's dangerous. Shouldn't do it. You get all up in your feelings. It's great. I love it. Ooh. Is casual sex healing? That's a really good question. What up, Miss Hunter? Team Gemini in Durham. Miss Green, what it do? How you feeling? Team Scorpio in the borough. Vaughn says casual sex is great. What say you? So we had a class last week. We're doing a 3-class series on relationship science, right? And last week we talked about the fundamentals. This week we're talking about the mechanics. And then week 3, we're going to be talking about implementation. But I recently had a conversation with a friend of mine, a young lady, and she was talking about being ghosted. And I was like, you being ghosted with your chocolate ass, fine as you is? What? So I was just like, but I'm hearing a lot of this, of women getting ghosted. But I'm also hearing, well, for a long time I've been hearing about, I can't I can't have casual sex because, and the excuses are all bullshit. They're all bullshit. What up, Clint? Yes. Thanks anybody who shared this and then somebody joined. Thank you for joining. All we ask is that you share this. We're going to share this. And for my astrology heads out here, your 5th house placement is the house of casual sex. So I have Capricorn ruling my 5th house, but casual really is meaning spontaneous. Now watch this. Casual, why do people run off as soon as you hear the word casual sex and they start saying, oh, I'm just not going to be sleeping with anybody. You're right. It's impossible for you to sleep with just anybody. Anybody that you've already slept with, or anybody that you sleep with, you've already slept with. See, all of my stuff is based off of reincarnation. You've already been here before. There's no new souls on the planet, right? There's some old ass souls who ain't been down here in a minute, but you have to keep coming down here until you get up out of here. So you are sleeping with the same people. If it's not enjoyable, that's because you haven't worked out whatever you all have not worked out to make it enjoyable. If it's fantastic, that means you spent time working it out in several lifetimes. Sometimes you can't work out the issues that you have in a relationship in 1, 2, 3, 55 155 million lifetimes. You may still be working on it. You know what I'm saying? You see this attraction. I can't get over them. What happened? Woo, 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 woo. I don't know how to get them out of my system. They're not good for me. But you keep spreading your legs open on your joints keep getting rock hard every time you see them. What is that about? You're here to work things out, folks. 7 billion people on the planet. Guess what that's about? Relationships. 3.5 billion women, 3.5 billion men. Relationships. But I'm just really here because I want folks to really cut the shit with the excuses. Cut the shit with the primitive, low-level thinking, trying to fake like you a human, pretending like you sleep. Excuses. Please wake the freak up. Wait a minute. Sincere says casual sex equals target practice. Now the question is, are you a hitman or a protector? So I don't agree with that definition, but that's his definition that he's been working with. I love bringing clarity and new definitions, not just from my feed, not just from my personal experience, but the way we interact and discuss things. All right. So Melissa says my 8th house Sun Venus conjunct doesn't allow me to do casual sex well. 8th house Sun and Venus conjunct doesn't allow me to do casual sex well. Melissa, I absolutely don't believe that. Now, one, maybe your chart hasn't been rectified and you got that in the wrong house. But if you got Sun and Venus in the 8th house, that's serious sex. But you can do casual sex. You can still do spontaneous sex. Here go the other thing. I'm tired of people using their chart to say they can't do something. I'm Capricorn on the 5th. Capricorn is rules, regulations, and restrictions. 5th house is casual sex. I've had casual sex, plenty of casual sex, plenty of spontaneous sex, plenty of love interest. So how is it that I can't do something? I'm in control of the chart. Y'all keep talking about the chart is in control of me. Clint, if you still on here, let me give you just a heads up. You are at the center of your chart. I'd like for everybody to type that. I am at the center of my chart. But I want to tell Clint, because he's a little more seasoned, and I don't want him to be affected by listening to you people out here make up these astrological excuses of why you can't do something. You are at the center of the chart. You are in charge. So stop blaming your planets because you can't do something. All right? You can even stop saying, oh, these planets is why I do things so well. Why don't you take credit? Why don't you start owning things? All right? You can do whatever you want to do. Right, because you're a multi-dimensional being who not even from here. You're not even from planet Earth, not even from the solar system. Your astrology chart is very temporary. Very temporary. I didn't want to turn this into an astrology lesson, but my bad. What up, Miss Jones? Boss Man Tweety's in the building. Miss Race, I think it depends on the person, where they are, what they need. No for me at this time. In the past, yes. Okay. Miss Hunter says, been married too long to tell. You can still have casual sex with your husband, but exploring that aspect will be a challenge. To not catch feelings involved, but to be present in the moment. Ooh, that's what I was waiting for. I knew somebody was going to talk about catching feelings. Somebody remind me to come back to that. I'm reading the comments. Wanda says, stop the cussing and talk love, you two. I was cool with it when I was younger and more of a risk taker. As I get older, my priorities had a paradigm shift. Okay, Yusuf, what kind of paradigm shift? I want to hear about this. Aquarius in my 5th. For years, that's all that seems to attract. Lesson learned. Hey, congratulations. You learned the professors are your Clint. Tell them what the planets are. The planets are the professors. And I was talking to one of my OGs this weekend down in Fort Lauderdale. Guess what he reminded me? The planets are actually deities. They're actually deities, right? And they're working through you and teaching you lessons. But they're not the chancellor of they're not the chancellor of you. You're the boss. You're in charge. And so you put Aquarius on the 5th house. You set all these casual sex things up. So what lessons did you learn, Ms. Ray, from having Aquarius on the 5th? What up, Ken? Billions in the building. Cursing is not good for the soul, Vaughn. Please don't come over here talking crazy on my You know what I'm saying? You're doing very well. Cursing is not, I don't care what Bobby Hemmett did. Cursing is not good. Cursing is profanity. And when you look at the root word of profanity, Vaughn, that's your homework. Go look up the root word of profanity, which is profane. All right? And the deities in your body don't like profane things or profanity. And you pause yourself on lots of blessings through cursing a lot. And I know Dave Chappelle curses a lot, but what do you think he would do if he didn't curse as much? Yeah, we make things a little too accessible. I'm not accessible, but we just make excuses for why we do disagreeable behavior. Wanda said that's for the young folks. This is my cousin. She older than me. Casual sex is for everybody. It's for everybody, and I'm about to prove it. What up, Corel? Venus and Pisces, Mars and Leo. Jokes on me. Yeah, you should be having plenty of casual sex. But you too romantic. Venus and Pisces. I'm going to talk about being too romantic in a second, too, because I got to talk about relationship science. What up, Miss Smith? Peace, peace. What up, Tellus? Yes, you at the center of your chart. Sharice Williams in the building. Wanda said, I don't have no chart. You got a birthday. You got an astrology chart. It's okay. You ain't seen your cousin in a long time. This is what I do astrology. You do got a chart. Carly is in the building. Look out. What's crazy, we talk about casual sex. Look who started showing up. Ken is in his building. Ken probably could talk about this. I really would like to have him come on if he got a second. Let me get my point across real quick. And Ken, I would love you to come on and speak about this topic. Coach, I got people from my friends listening here. Hit them with that knowledge. Hey, I'm just doing what I do. What up, Adrian? What up, Miss Xavier? I don't care how much you think you talk about it in the moment, because physical with someone, feelings do develop. Ooh, he got a good point. He got a good point. Team Pisces, I see you. Dr. Mitchell said profanity is the language of the demons. Probably. I definitely don't disagree. Think about what happens when you are having sex. It's as if you become one with another person. You already had sex with them already. You one with everything in the universe. When was you separate from the person? So you're trying to tell me you can't be one with the... That's what I'm saying. See how people got misinformation and clarity? Your mind playing tricks on you? The only way I can be one with someone is if we have sex. No. I'm strictly heterosexual, but I'm one with everybody on here. I'm one with Vaughn, and he damn sure ain't my type. Damn sure ain't my type. Nothing like what I like. You know what I'm saying? None of you guys on here are my types. All of you ladies on here ain't my type, but I'm still one with all of you because I'm one with all. I am one with all, and all is one with me. I'm a part of all, and all is a part of me. And I am in the love of all, and all love is in me. These are facts that you can't get around. So just because you forgot them and you try to say something else, that don't make those other things fact. What up, Nina? Carly? Dorville? I think I might have to come up that way soon. What up, Tamika? What up, Lori? Adrian? If you're just getting on here and you want to talk about a nice casual sexual relationship that you had one time, or just some casual sex that you had, talk about it. Because I think that you can have healing sex that's also casual. And I think a lot of you people who say this, it can develop feelings. I think a lot of y'all be trying to possess people with y'all's sex game. You be trying to project on somebody else what you really doing. You want to have, but you don't think, because y'all think that I got to have, because you think sex equals prize money or ownership. So now so when I have sex with you and it's real good, I want to keep you for myself and always, be a part of that. I want to have that all the time. A lot of y'all are sexually greedy. I'm not going to say that's a sexual deviant, but a lot of y'all are trying to project that if the sex is good, you're going to catch feelings, not the other person. Women are famous for that, always talking about, if I have casual sex, he might catch feelings. That's you talking. Brothers, anytime you hear a woman say that, she talking about herself. I might catch feelings. What's wrong with you catching feelings? Your feelings don't mean they're permanent. My man Ken Billion said, Dealings over feelings. Ooh. Miss Dukes, I used to rock with casual sex, but as of late, I'm not even interested in casual sex, but because I know it won't put me in the same level of intimacy I've been experiencing on the astral plane level. I don't agree with that whatsoever. What? How can you tell? Listen, you don't need reps. You ain't got to, you need reps in practice for some things, but if you is linking with a soulmate or somebody that you done been having sex with for thousands of lifetimes, you don't need no long time to develop no intimacy. That's something that you've been programmed with. You need to deprogram that. Or it take a long time for me to develop a level of intimacy with someone. Cut it out. I don't believe in casual sex and probably am too romantic, but that's not part of my life anymore. Well, when was it part of your life and what was you doing? And why did you let it go? Miss Childs, I want to talk about that. Adrian, you ain't going to say nothing? Sonny Gravely is up in here. She like to pop through every now and then. What Sagittarius mean in the book? You just a sun in Sagittarius. I'm gonna have to send you another one. I'm gonna have to send you one of my classes to show you how to look at your whole chart. Ms. Reiki said lessons, that spontaneity, that temporary fun, loving experience, but didn't have to remain there. Little to no attachment was a great comfort zone, but not a permanent place for me. Had to grow out of that comfort. What do you mean? What do you mean? Why does everybody want to be attached to something so much? I'm really setting everybody up because you know what you should be attached to? God. You should be attached to the 7th letter of the alphabet. Y'all depend on humans so much. My permanent relationship is with God. I don't care, me and you together 76 years on this planet. You still temporary. Okay? I want to talk about the toad real quick. And that's why so many people are afraid to have entheogenic experiences and they struggle with ego deaths. And when they go on mushrooms or toad and these things happen, they're like, oh, wait, oh no, stop, make it stop. Because you so dependent upon humans that when you go meet God, you don't know how to act. You don't know how to receive it. You just all up into God. I mean, you all up into these humans. Expression is good for the soul. It is. This is why you have to talk some more because people get it twisted. There's a big difference between sex and intimacy. There don't have to be a big difference between sex and intimacy, though. Intimacy can be sex. Why can't intimacy be sex? Tell them, Wanda, all love is in me. Team Aquarius, no, that's not it at all. True, let me help me catch up with this before I start replying. That's my past relationship. That was to me. I'm so MF and wise. She'd had to throw that in there like a Bobby Hemmett. Sincere says he says he's a tender dick. I know that means he's a dick on Tinder. I'm assuming that's what that means. Miss Dupe says stop telling our secrets. No, that's what I do. I tell the truth. I'm radically honest, and jokers don't like me. But listen, my cousin is on here, and she'll tell you my daddy was like this. That's why I picked him as a father. He didn't pick me, I picked him. So I could be familiar. He could give me a reminder of what radical honesty is like. Wanda Bobbitt is my cousin. We got the same, all of us are from Edward Carter. I'm just from Napoleon. And she from Wanda, what was Nasby's daddy name? What was your granddaddy's name? Anyway, additionally, sex with multiple partners can affect your karma. No, it can't, as in taking part of their karma. It's already your karma. There's no new souls, Miss Childs. Stop that. There is no new souls. Would you like to come on TV? Because you're always sexy and your face is right. Would you like to come on here and let's talk about it for a second? Because I'm on some one-on-one. I'm looking for it today. Additionally, there is an element of someone being messed up spiritually, spells, and that partner can adversely affect you. No. You misinformed and you're trying to repeat lies. Those are lies. That's your partner, player. That's your partner. You already had sex with them already. And using that as an excuse. Miss Childs, you trying to come on here. Come on. Hold on. Let me finish. Let me get out my joints. Sincere says, I don't want to give love to everybody and having sex with them makes me want to love them. You can love them all. You better give them all love, Sincere. They all do deserve love. They might not deserve the D, but they do all deserve your love. So what if I potentially develop feelings? It should. There's no intimacy without feelings, and intimacy is where healing takes place, and you have issues when you allow your feelings to turn into attachment. That's because you're out of control. Get some control. Quit using excuses and all these episodes and, oh, well, what about this scenario? What about this scenario? Cut to the chase. Get in control. That's what you got to do. Feelings are fleeting moments because feelings change. I heard that. Nobody been making me come lately, and it's really making me angry and disappointed. Nina, you got to be responsible for that. Because women don't orgasm if they don't feel protected or at ease or relaxed. So are you picking partners or attracting partners that don't make you feel protected? Because can't nobody make you come. See, I'm shutting down all that stuff right. Oh, ain't nobody making me come. Nah, you ain't having orgasms, but it ain't nobody else's fault. Your joy, your happiness, and your orgasms are your responsibility. So you might be saying, the last couple times I've been having sex, I haven't had orgasms with my partner. But it ain't his fault. I used to let women blame me for them not having an orgasm. All mind games. All BS. And feces. I have casual sex all the time and love it. Go ahead, Venus Rising. Somebody in here talking about it with that talk. And I like the 90-day rule. Once you get to know people first. Lord Jesus. Steve Harvey, you listen to a comedian you like because you want to stay in your comfort zone. It's all good. Everybody isn't a good person regardless of the oneness thing or past lives. You act like you the best person. You are who you are. You are who you are when you got here. In theogenic expression, I have got some great healing through casual sex when I approach it that way and have gained great pleasure through casual sex. Thank you, Tellers. Much can come from it, and you can have casual sex with your partner as well. Drop it. Adrian says, you already know I don't do much of nothing. So sex life is like blah to me. That's because you've been sitting on it too long. You're going to have to do something. Sincere says, tender dick man equals a man who falls in love with women he slept with easily. So what? You was already in love with them. Will y'all quit being in this one lifetime box? Y'all holding on. Everything y'all saying is one lifetime-ish. You Christians. Oh, Sincere, you Christian. Oh, I see Tellus is a non-Christian. Teresa's a Christian. She's coming off of the Christian dialogue. Sexual healing, sexual play, sex cause. I want sex. Thank you, Shayla. Thank you. That's what I'm talking about. Shouldn't sex be sacred? It is sacred. Reserved for special connections that exceed mere physical desire. That's a Christian, Miss Teresa. You're a Christian. You come in with all Bible, Jesus, white Jesus, died on the cross doctrine. All effery. Don't want to come on camera. Here we go with that. I see some bams and some booms. I had some teachers. Kaya, I'm saying what I know on spiritual issues. I have lived it, and my mother was a spiritualist worker. Now your mama. We ain't talking about your mama. See how you keep going out of the center? Oh, this over here, this person can do this to me. This person can do. Nobody can do nothing to you. It's already happened already. Never mind. You don't want to come on camera. I'm gonna just keep on going. No, intimacy is when you allow another person to see you when you're most vulnerable. Why are you vulnerable? You know what vulnerability is, even before I finish the statement? Only way you can be vulnerable is you was telling lies at one time. You can't be vulnerable if you are honest all the time. So if you're honest about having sex, then there's no vulnerability. And there's the whole shame game. Everybody's right now trying to set up a reason that I don't want to be shamed because I'm doing this or I'm doing that. What you're all giving me these shame stories. Shame. When you can be your true self, know that they will not use it against you. Sex is completely different. Sex is a physical release. Miss L. Blockton, you really have been misinformed and are parroting something that someone else programmed you with. Sex is not for release. Would anyone who knows, please share with the brother what sex is for? You can make your own self come. You're right. Your orgasms are your responsibility. Point, control your emotions. Don't control your emotions. Be aware of your emotions and respect your emotions. That's the problem, Gabrielle. Jokers ain't respecting their emotions. I just don't pick the right partners, or I don't care to be with them. LOL. They're all the right partners, Adrian, and you gonna definitely have to do another lifetime because you done skip so many partners that you were supposed to be with this particular lifetime to get your cosmic contract out the way. So I ain't getting my casual sex could be like, oh, I was supposed to have sex with this person 2 times, and now the cosmic contract is over. But when you get to heaven or wherever before the celestial court, when you drop this body, and they'll be like, oh, you were supposed to, you and so. Remember when we put y'all together and you didn't have sex, but the opportunity was there? You're supposed to, because y'all supposed to work something out. So go back. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Once again, we have to unlearn all the things we have been taught. Go ahead, come on, L. Blockton. Now we talking. Deprogram to reprogram. Deprogram to reprogram. Sex is creation, energy exchange. Close. Sacred energy exchange. No. Healing and manifesting. Bong. Go, Key Miller. Sex is for healing and manifesting. That's it. Can everybody type, that's it? That's it. That's it. Oh, Shay says, I enjoy lickable minds and strong energy. Praise him. Adrian, tell him. Healing and manifesting. That's all sex is for. That's it. That's it. That's it. Oh, she wants to put creativity on the back. It's for healing and manifesting. Sex is creative in itself. You don't have to put creative sex in front of it. You ain't even got to put magic behind it. The word sex is healing and manifesting. That's what it's for. That's what it's for. So you've been doing it. Anybody who did not know what we just stated and what we penned, you just learned something old. Whoever didn't know this and had another definition, can you please type, I just learned something old? I just learned something old and ancient, not something new, something old, right? Your mind tries to be, oh, this is new. You have to you have to let go of what that other stuff that you've been with, that misinformation. You have to replace it with something old. What up, Patrice? Adrian says, how does it work? Adrian, how does what work? I mean, what is it? How does sex work? What do you mean? How does the reincarnating work? What part? Because I'm on several subjects. Okay, I'm caught up with the comments. Somebody was talking about catching feelings. Thank you, Nina. I just learned something old. Catching feelings. If sex is for healing and manifesting, then your feelings is just manifesting, it's just coming up to the surface. Which y'all been mistakenly calling vulnerability, but you should call honesty. So intimacy is really honesty. So you can practice intimacy all the time with people when you are radically honest. L. Blockton, are you still with me? I don't have to take off now and drop of clothes. I'm being intimate with you right now. I'm not being vulnerable. I don't have anything to be vulnerable about because all I do is tell the truth. I do my best now. Yeah, let me think. Yeah. If I'm radically honest, I won't have any moments of vulnerability. There's no, that's what I'm telling you. And then guess what? When you men, I'm sorry, ladies, I'm going to have to snitch on y'all. Ladies have been using that to manipulate us men. They have been using this, let me be vulnerable. You're not vulnerable enough. Conversation to manipulate men and then manipulate situations around their comfort zone. Women's poisons are their comfort zones. Women's crutches are their comfort zones. Women don't excel in their magic or their sorcery because of their comfort zones. When women are liars, many women are liars, unconscious and subconscious liars, by repeating what other people told them or using other excuses as a form of manipulating folks to stay where they are and not move over into a new thing. Everything you want is right outside your comfort zone. Everything. Yeah. I used to tie my self-worth to self. I used to tie my self-worth to sex. I stopped that crap. Can I tie my self-worth to sex? Should I stop it? Should I start it? That's I don't know how to address that one right there. Lori. Intimacy is truth and radical truth. You need to put radical. Please put radical in front of that, Ms. Dukes. Intimacy is radical truth and radical honesty. Like Sincere. Sincere is always intimate with me every time I see him, because he be saying stuff and I just be like, wow, you said that? He probably has one of the most intimate Facebook pages of all the friends that I know, because he ain't got no filter. He ain't got no filter. I mean, he got a filter, but when he be on Facebook going in on them boss shit quotes, he's not being vulnerable. He is just coming straight at your face. So, if you just got here, please press 2 to let me know you shared the video. Introduce yourself. I'm Coach Khayr, Team Taurus, Atlanta, Georgia. What's your zodiac team and what city and state are you in? Share the video, introduce yourself, and now let me get right back to the topic of casual sex. What are the advantages? You see how a lot of y'all came on here and just wanted to tell me about the disadvantages? That's some ish. Robert Greene got a new book called The Laws of Human Nature. Guess if I keep not writing books, he gonna keep writing them. 48 Laws of Power, The Art of Seduction, and now The Laws of Human Nature. I probably could have wrote all of them, because I agree with damn near everything he wrote. You know what I'm saying? Ah, there we go. I know my music goes up and down, so now I guess we got Music Soul Child back in the background. You know what I'm saying? He just wanted to say, what? Ooh, ooh. I'm Miss Jackson, Team Aquarius in New England. Thank you for introducing yourself. Are y'all sharing this video to some of these relationship groups that y'all in? You can't hit the button and share it, you know? So, what are some of the advantages of casual sex? Y'all can't name any advantages of casual sex? Everybody's against casual sex? Because I'm older, I can't do that no more, as my cousin Wanda said? Man, you better stay childlike in all that you do. Lori says learning new things is an adventure. It's really learning old things is the adventure, Lori. It ain't new things. These things I'm saying are not new. They're old. They're buried in your DNA. That's why we call them DNA explosions. This is why you need to come to class, because we're going to be talking about mechanics this week. Last week we talked about foundation. We had to till the soil. We had to break up some myths and stuff. The class was crazy. If you need to get the replay, go over to selfdiscoveryclass.info and you can get the replay. If you want to sign up for this week's class, which people already have, go over to selfdiscoveryclass.info and sign up for class 11 and 12. What up, Denise Morgan? What up, Team Sagittarius in Covington, Tennessee? I see you. Yes. Releasing. Don't know what that means, Miss Anderson. Yes, releasing is a Mercury retrograde word. Yeah, and that's why not talk about casual sex if we in a Mercury retrograde in Scorpio? Yeah, but I don't remember, so it's new to me. It's not new to you. It's still old. It's still old. You still using these words to try to trick yourself. It's old to you. Just because you don't remember doesn't mean it's not old. What up, Karen? I'm glad I got in touch with my old self. Yes, Venus. Casual sex is stress relieving. Finally, somebody gave us an advantage of casual sex. There's intimacy in casual sex. Why you ain't having intimacy in casual sex? It's new in the sense that most haven't heard of these things. It's not new because it's in your DNA. So I didn't know what the job of white blood cells was until I was in my 20s. but white blood cells were always working from the day I was born. Kundalini, you ain't got to make your Kundalini rise because Kundalini is life force and you already had it before you could spell Kundalini. Kundalini is old. Qigong, when you go to a Tai Chi class and start moving and flowing, these movements are inside your DNA. You and your soul are old as hell. You're a spiritual being having a human experiment in a new body. That's it. The only thing new about it is this body you got. All the experiences that you're having are old. All the memories are old. And you're resistant of some of these things because you want to like stay deaf, dumb, and blind. Let me put my quote up here from my favorite teachers, Dr. Mitchell Earl Gibson. Limitations you fight for, you get to keep. You're giving me all these excuses of why I should be limiting. Oh, it's casual. I'm going to be sleeping with all the people they slept with. That's some real bullshit. What up, Gaia? Team Leo, Mississippi Gulf Coast, I see you. Through casual sex, I learned I love casual sex. Thank you, Miss Morgan. Golly. Woo! Denise, come through. Good gracious. Denise, you ready to come on camera? Good Lord, I'm sending out for those like-minded individuals. What up, Nina Freeland? What up, Ben? Yes, I want to talk to somebody who gets it. Anyway, limitations you fight for, you get to keep. So many, and your limiting character is because you dissing casual sex. You're actually letting your limiting character run you out of fear. Not run you out of fear, running you through fear, excuse me. Your fears are what's running you. And you're missing out on some of the best opportunities to be radically honest, to be intimate, to heal, to manifest, to grow. What up, Ben? A lot of y'all have been programmed to believe that you can't have instant success, that everything takes a long ass time to produce, that I can't be in a relationship for just a little while and it be great and then it be gone and I not be hurt. That's because you were so attached to romance. It's billions of people on here. I'm gonna give the sister a piece of. I'm gonna give her a little. If you first off, like I said, what up, Blondell? It is some bullshit to say every time I'm sleeping with somebody, I'm sleeping with everybody they slept with. But what if they only slept with gods and billionaires and goddesses and people who had magnificent energy? What if everybody that you ever slept with, what if you meet a person and you're attracted to them and you want to have sex with them, right? And they, in their lifetime, have had sex with 42 people. And all of them were priestesses who practiced high magic, who loved them dearly, who always supported them, who were whole, complete, healed beings. And this person that you're about to have sex with, who wants to have sex with you, has only had sex with magnificent, amazing, loving, orgasmic, wonderful, rich people. What's the problem with you sleeping with all disease-free people? What's the problem with you sleeping with that person? You see how your limiting character has affected your loins and your healing and your manifesting capabilities? I'm just saying. Why ain't nobody imagine that situation? Why is it you take the low road every time it comes? Why do a lot of people always pick the low road when it comes to their visualization of having sex with somebody? You feel what I'm saying? What up, Kristen? I'm wonderful and disease-free, but not orgasmic. Guess what? Are you relaxed? We already said the formula for orgasm is relaxed and protected. So you don't feel relaxed and protected? Sounds good. Most people speak of their history as effed up people. So what's your point? We hold on to the drama in our life. We don't want to use the God-given capabilities that we have to put some, you know what I'm saying, to put some real champagne in our campaign. Yeah, I'm trying to get situated here. Listening while on break. You should be. Speak of how many people have only had sex with productive people, though. Everybody has. It's your interpretation. You know why you ain't had sex with only productive people? Because you don't deserve it. You get what you deserve, and you attract like. Like attract like. So why should you? You know, that's why you haven't, because you ain't vibing on that. I'm vibing on that. Everybody I'm having sex with got money, good credit, love me, support me, want to be with me, want me to be happy if they eat with me. Hello? Shanta Moore, hey sweetheart, what's up? What's up? What up, Tim? As humans, why don't you say as half humans? Here we go. I'm not full-blooded human. See how she thought it was limiting character. We are too concerned with the opinions of others. This is a hang-up crest that we need to get past. Guilty. She raised her hand. Thank you for being honest. Ooh, let me pin that one. Ooh, look at that right there. Y'all see that? Some honesty out here. Why are you speaking on everyone else? I'm glad you brought it up, though. Thank you for being devil's advocate, for certain. You know what I'm saying? But the programming that people have from the church, from being Christian, I can't do that. Jesus is going to get me. I'm going to be damned to hell. The ridiculousness of folks. What up, Cassandra? What up, Miss Gilmore? Please introduce yourself. I'm Team Taurus, Atlanta, Georgia. Coach Khayr. What's your team, Zodiac? Where are you at? And make sure you press 2 and put this in one of these relationship or sex groups that y'all in. Because everybody, I'm afraid of casual sex. Queen Afua is wrong. She planted one of the biggest limiting character seeds in the minds of so many women by saying that, oh, will you sleep with all the people? But then if they were all great, that's wonderful. Because if it's true that disease can't come into a high vibrating space, no disease can exist in a high vibrating space. So as long as I'm vibrating high, everybody that want to have sex with me is some what? Fire. Who got them icons? Can I get some fire icons? If you are afraid of attracting someone with low vibrational energy around them with a bunch of parasites, then that you're talking about yourself. You're talking about yourself. Yeah, unbeknownst to you, you're talking about yourself. Yeah. What up, Team Aries and NC? Team Scorpio in Denver? I see you. And as part humans, we so worried about what other people think of us. And you know what that's about? Because you are afraid of being shamed. Casual sex is limited on the planet because you have been so accustomed to being shamed and somebody can say something about you. That's why I love when Sincere be talking about that boss shit. Because if you a boss, you can't be shamed. Vanasha's in the building. What up, baby? Self is measuring stick of the world. Ooh, what up, Gwen? Right. Some fire. All I want is to have some of that fire. And my tongue is hanging out and I'm making ugly faces and she making these noises and I'm having to worry about, oh, you gonna make me come too quick. Oh, wait. That's the kind of sex that you're supposed to be trying to have all the time. Whether it's, especially if it's spontaneous. 8th house sex. What's the difference between 8th house and 5th house sex? I don't got no problem skipping to the astrology beat on y'all. Not one drop. Yeah. 5th house is below the border. Nina, can you help me here? The first 6 houses in the zodiac, the northern hemisphere, are what? Personal houses. There's one down there in the bottom for sex. It's the 5th house. The 7th through the 12th house of the south hemisphere are what? Public houses. Public. So the 8th house, your 8th house placement is the more serious sex. Is set up sex. It's got a little more depth to it. And that's okay. But why does everybody want to live out your 8th house? But you don't want to transform. Oh, Nina, I need you. Can you come on here pretty please? Lord have mercy. I need to talk to an astrologer who ain't ashamed about their sex. We black people love shaming. Nina said, "Ho is my God." Dun, dun, dun. Pumping sweet. Make you come quick. Right. But it's the women who like, but I think that's crazy. But you know what I'm saying? Some women just want to see you come. I love that right there now. When it's a woman, she's not even so concerned about her having an orgasm. She's really there to make you have an orgasm and get their jollies off. I really like to accept that. Because like I said, I used to have some anxiety around, oh, can I make her come? I can't make her do nothing. I can't make her give me no money. So how the hell can I make her come? What? No. It's tough sometimes for me to be like, come here for a second. I can't make you be quiet. So how can I make you come? I can't make you say you love me. How can I can't make you let me get your social security number. So now you're talking about making you have an orgasm? No, player, I can't do that. 8th house is transforming. 8th house is serious. Serious. You need both. And don't 5 come before 8. Like when y'all was learning to count. There's a couple of y'all on here. Won't you learning to count? Don't 5 come before 8? Oh! Rob A is on here, so now I just had the thought. A lot of y'all, the other problem with the when we talked about shaming, Rob A, you're coming in kind of late, you're catching on late, but we're talking about casual sex and people being afraid of it and thinking that there can't be any intimacy in it or anything like that, or there's no healing in it. But if you are transparent and you're radically honest, intimacy is immediate. Intimacy is you being radically honest with a person, even with fully dressed. But Rob A not always, but I just love her because she's immune to that body count shaming. A lot of you women out here are so afraid of body count shaming. You slept with how many people? What did you do? Oh my God. Oh my God. Mona, you in the church for real. We talking about getting out of church, and we talking about casual sex is healing, and we talking about all the lies that your mama in the church told you about. That's what we doing. You just go back and watch this from the beginning. Exactly. Who coming quick? Wait, what I miss? I need to rewind. Man, listen, this is how we do. Mind control, bro. You see when the old school Rosicrucians fall up in your chat and they start co-signing, that's when you know you damn living official. The body count is not serious. Why is the body count serious? Hello? I just want to know, why is the body count serious? Does any woman on here want to come on here and talk about why you take the body count so serious? I know if Rob A come on here, she's going to say the body count is some bullshit. Get back to casual sex. And casual sex is, like I said, it's spontaneous. It's when you need it. It's healing. Sometimes you don't want to need to be want to need to be all into this person forever and ever and ever. But a lot of y'all want to possess and say mine, because you're living out of a world of lack. Ross said you can't shame the trill. What do you mean too many souls? Because men tried to make women ashamed. Here we go again. Here we go again. What about men trying to make men shame because you ain't getting no pussy? Shaming is universal, player. What about women shaming men because you can't get your dick up again after you came quick? So now you're saying that men are the only ones out here shaming? Please cut that out. Let's not start doing that. That men are the villains, and women, we are the victims. Shaming is everywhere. Everywhere. You connecting with too many souls. You can't separate. You're with all the souls. We can tell that you ain't that told yet. What up, Spirit Halima? Yeah. They're not ready for the. I don't. My white tigers is right there too, right on the bookshelf. I would like to talk about the white tigers, but y'all ain't ready. Some people don't want to accept ancient teachings. Rabe, what I told them earlier is things I'm saying is old. I told everybody to type. Today I learned something old. You ain't learned nothing new. True alchemy is old. It's got a nice new name on it, but all we're doing is reminding you of some original stuff that you've been programmed to get away from, and that's why you at the wall of suffering. Remember, my job, my mission is to get your ass off the wall of suffering. So I got to talk about relationships because that's how you get there. A lot of y'all too weak to leave your family. There's some folks I know that just got finished on their family. Yo, I'm through with you. We'll go ahead and finish writing your ass off. Please, it's okay to have two partners at a time. Stop. Thank you. Venus, you want to come on? Venus, you want to come on? Venus, you want? I believe the body count has to do with ego. Ooh. Ooh. Yes. Hey. Who care about the body count? So many people. Yeah, Rob Bay said, you are the souls. How are you separate from the souls? Here's what I'm asking. So are you trying to say you only can unite with someone if you have sex with them? Venus, would you like to come on in, honey? Thank you so much for joining me. Do you have some headphones? We got some feedback going on your side.
Okay, so let me.
Or you got us on the Bluetooth and you can't do all that. You're doing too much.
That better?
Much better. Much better. Wait. No, that's worse. Yeah, don't put it on Bluetooth. No. Wait, go on. Try to put some headphones on. Sexual reflexology, white tiger. Understand what's the problem with the? Yes, Miss Anderson, would you like to come on and speak about how you feel about it? It's limiting character. We calling it not Blondell. We're not calling it a limited mindset. We're calling it the limiting character is most people's heavyweight champ. Most people, it's their limiting character that's the heavyweight champ. But I'm looking for somebody who want to come on here who got something to say about body count and why is a body count such a such a such a big deal. Some casual sex about to get started in here. Sincere, we already getting intimate. That's where we at. We being intimate up in here. There ain't nothing wrong with it. You feel what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm so happy that I got y'all's mind turning today, right? Please get past the body count, all right? And say what you got to say. I don't know if Rob, you must be on the computer. That's why I can't add you on here. Who's this? Okay, come on, Venus.
Okay.
It sound. Oh yeah, well I got a no bonding in public thing going on. I don't mind. Jay Taylor, you said you've been. Denise said she stopped counting. She just having fun. Ain't that what life? What is enlightenment? Anybody want to talk about what enlightenment is? It means to lighten up. Casual sex may be a path to enlightenment for many of you. Casual sex may be a way for you to overcome several of your fears in one stroke of the How about that? What if you could get rid of your fears by having casual sex? Why are you letting not poly life, Snow Sincere, happy life. What up, Nicole, Miss Gill? Happy life. I don't even call it poly nothing no more. Somebody asked me the other day, they was like, are you poly? I said, no, I'm happy. She just busts out laughing. I said, why are you laughing? I'm happy. Body count is an issue because it was taught that a high body count means the person is loose, no morals, not husband and wife material. The question is, why are you still accepting that as a woke person? You going into the conscious and unconscious realms, why are you still accepting what was taught? Yeah, why is a lot of y'all over here fighting to tell me what you was taught in the past? Why can't we just be moving forward and say, Coach, you know you're right, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm finna get me some. Why can't we just move forward? Why are we still holding on and trying to explain to me what we were taught? That's why I'm doing the video. I know it's a hold up on the fold up though, so you can't roll up. Yeah, who still counts? Church members. Church members are concerned with their body count. They're so concerned with their body count. Right. Are we moving forward though? That's what I'm saying. You don't necessarily now somebody finally said I'm finna get some. Okay, let's be honest. Who has turned down some casual sex because of your fear of shame or body count number or whatever in the last 30 days? I should say in the last week. But who has since October the 11th? Yes, in the last 30 days since this retrograde has started, who has turned down some casual sex because of your inhibitions or your fears or your whatever else, your hang-ups? Who has turned down some casual sex? Press 5 and raise your hand. Mona says, so doesn't their bodies, the spirits, get attached to you? Just asking. I knew when my ex was cheating every time because my energy got off because of the person he was sleeping with. No, your energy was off because you wanted to own him and he was not being ownable. That's why your energy was off. Your energy wasn't off because he was sleeping for somebody. Your energy was off because you were dealing in a slave type relationship. And then when he went over and started serving another master, he could have another master, or he had another partner, then you was irritated about it because you felt it's only me. Yeah, I'm freeing souls and belts today. Yeah, chastity belts. You're busting them down. Use your pendulum before each encounter if you're worried about mixing with the wrong individual. Damn. Sincere, you better send Blondell a friend request. Sincere, I'm trying to tell you something. You better send Blondell a friend request and a hi. Go to him on the humble. That's one of my OGs right there, Sincere. You see how he coming there? He's like, hit him with this. Woo woo. Adrian said we should accept the fact we've been lied to and there's nothing new under the sun. That's right, Adrian, but I want to know, did you turn down some casual sex in the last 30 days? Kobina did. Sincere says, I have turned it down because I couldn't get more with it. What you mean, Sincere? I don't understand. Kobina, she said she turned down some. Dana says, I turned down some casual sex because I don't trust myself and what I attract. What do you mean? It's going to be a mirror. It's going to show you what you are. What? That's all you can trust is what you attract. Oh, my God. Mona says she's been turning down some casual for 2 years. Miss Willis says she turned down some. Adrian says she turned down some. Oh, Rob, you got to get off the computer and then come back on the phone because there's no little thing. So hang up, whatever you like, leave the room and then come back on your telephone. Then I can bring you on. Oh, there you go. Never mind. Here we go. We finna get Liddy. I want a relationship. She didn't. Sincere. You was in a relationship when you was going to hit them skins. You was relating. Come on, everybody, keep your fingers crossed. We gotta let Rob A get in here. I haven't turned down nothing in the past week. Go ahead, Karen. That's what I'm talking about. Sincere, so you was trying to dick her down into a relationship? You want to be a slave owner? Mona said, I didn't own him. He didn't own me. Just a respect factor. Why you can't respect that he want to have sex with somebody else? What part? How was he disrespecting you? I know, Ra. I hit the button. You can keep relating, but it ain't up to you. It ain't up to you. You looking for a comfort zone, bro. Rob A, get off and come back again. Get off and come back. We're trying. Oh, we're going to get you on here too. She going to get it in with some. We got the Trill Alchemists in this joint. Investing in partners. Bro, they all your partners, bro. They all are your partners. Did he say that first? What, Gwen? Did I say what first? I have to be presented with an opportunity in order to turn it down. Man, there's some opportunities out here. Quit playing. Here we go. Here come the queen goddess herself. Trill Alchemy is on the way.
It might be me. Hello, mic check.
Okay, is that better?
Oh, that's so wonderful right there. That's crystal clear.
Awesome. What's up,
That
everybody?
green is looking really hot on you today. You're looking really. We're gonna have to see what that bonnet looked like. You know what I'm saying? You must.
I took the bonnet off. I was trying to slick my ponytail back. I gotta go catch a flight in a minute.
Okay.
So yeah, this is such a good topic, Khayr. You have to forgive me. I don't have my I'm trying to get.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry. We like the sun basking all over you. Come on. What do you feel about casual sex? Because these people, they're limiting character. They just all upset. They so shameable. Why are people so shameable? And why are they turning down all these opportunities to get intimate quickly and to heal quickly? Talk to me, please.
Well, for me, and it took a lot of experience and some bodies to get to understand just how powerful my sexual energy is. Yeah, I ain't never been ashamed of my body count. Like, I explored sex at an early age. You know what I'm saying? Because it felt good. And it felt like I was like, this shit come from somewhere else. The way this makes me feel at a young age, but it wasn't like celebrated or anything. I couldn't go tell my mama that I had discovered, but for so many people, like, their first encounters with sex have been about their power being taken away from them, right? So they equate that kind of freedom with, it's going to end up, I'm going to have to give something up in order to have it. So their concept of God, of love, of power, everything is based off of a compromise. Not even just a sacrifice, but a compromise. And so when you operating like that and you don't heal that, then you can't see the beauty in every encounter. Like, you probably have more intimate, energetic exchange with the nigga you sitting next to on the airplane for 4 hours or for a cross-country flight than you are attributing to this casual sex.
I also feel that it's not just because of a person's first experience. I think that people start looking for excuses. People are excuse masters when it comes to a relationship failing. them being pulled out of their comfort zone, and then they want to blame sex. The sister just says, if you are in a committed relationship, I'd like to ask her, what is a committed relationship? Because most people don't know what the definition is. Committed relationship does not mean exclusivity. It does not mean
What are you committed
exclusivity.
to? What are you committed to?
She says if you are in a committed relationship and someone cheats, here we go, that is where the respect issue arises, as well as deception regarding the earlier statement. Before Ra addresses this, I'm just going to say really quick, you can never cheat on your birthday. That's why I've been drilling y'all for years and years. Where's your Venus at? A person can lie to you, but they can't lie to their birthday. Who they show you, like I said, trust what they show you. It's their mouth that got you in trouble because you were so romantic, and because the pussy was so good or the dick was so good, you said whatever. But you can't go against your blood type. You can't go against your birthday. And you start trying to say, oh, and then, like I said, you come in with that Christian thing. Christianity, adultery is a Christian ideology. Rob, I'm gonna
Oh
turn it over to
man,
you.
because see, like I just said, it's all about how you've been taught to view God. If you've been taught that God is vengeful, you can only love one God, there's only room for this one almighty presence in your life, then that's how the fuck you gonna try to manage your relationships. And so then, if anybody experiences pleasure that resembles God outside of your ass, you feel threatened. Then it must be my connection is weak. No, nigga, God is infinite. What are you talking about? Stop trying to put limitations on God based on your limited
I thought you.
experience.
What about the comment earlier was like, well, what about the souls? You know, I'm sleeping with them. You know, I'm sleeping with all the souls. What are they saying, Ron?
You're
Like,
not sleeping with the souls. You want your shit to be that important. Cause see, when you say I'm sleeping with all the souls, then guess what? You got a sense of ownership over that nigga. Our souls are attached. Not necessarily. That's a process. That's a contract. That's not just automatic because you engage in a physical act of sex. You think your soul is that fucking naive that it's gonna be tricked into a contract just cause y'all had sex?
God made white blood cells. He made the hairs in your nose stop dust from getting into your lungs. So you think God did all this complex material to put your ass together, and then all of a sudden he was like, but if you give somebody some pussy or you fuck somebody with your dick, your soul gonna be lost.
Oh,
Ah,
forever. That nigga got you. Oh, he
forever.
got me. He got me.
Oh,
Do you
whoa.
know, man, listen, if my soul was attached to the first person that I gave some pussy to, I would be a crackhead right now. Okay? Listen. Ain't nobody supposed to recover from that nigga. Okay? But look at me now. Listen, no, straight up. And that is also saying that somebody else has more governance over the energy and power of your soul than you. Okay, so you
Ooh,
can't call your soul back.
ooh.
You can't call it back at will, or it's forever gone. Who are you? What God do you serve? Y'all shit weak, man.
As
Next.
hell, what you say? Weak AF. You know what I'm
Weak
saying? Like,
AF.
why? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, why do you diminish the power? That's a good point. Why are we diminishing the power of our soul and our God in an instant because we're parroting what somebody else said? I really got that issue because I know Queen Afua got it she parroted it from somebody else. Then her book sold a bunch of copies, and then a bunch of women started repeating it as an excuse of not getting the healing that they needed through getting some dick. Which, now that you're on here now, this was the other part I wanted to go. I'm so sick and tired of, excuse my vent, I ain't whining and complaining. I'm so sick and tired of ladies like, I don't want to come because if I come, I'm going to catch feelings for him.
Bitch.
You already had sex with him in prior lives already. What do you mean? So now you're
Yeah.
telling me, so now you're saying that your orgasm is just this powerful that's your programming, that if I have an orgasm with him, I'm supposed to own him and he's supposed to own me. Can you speak on
Yeah,
that,
and
please? Can you speak
he
on that?
owns me, and I have to give up some of myself. I'm gonna catch feelings, and then he gonna have control because you associate that feeling of pleasure. Like, power is not just about enforcing your power on somebody else through ownership. Power is about understanding the pleasure associated with your power. They ain't had the told yet though, Khayr. Forgive them. What, I ain't gonna talk about the toll, but there is a
You
power,
can,
there
you
is a
can, you
pleasure,
can if
there
you
is a
want to.
pleasure element to power, and I encourage all of you. Khayr gonna post the link. If you have an opportunity, you need to make an opportunity to go have a Bufo Alvarius toe ceremony with Dr. Jerry. This will make a whole bunch more sense to you when you come back and watch the replay. Um, But the reason that I say that is because in my ceremony, I experienced everything everybody tried to tell me about God, God's power, God's presence, God knowing, God love. Everything that had ever been tried to be put into this little capsule of God, I experienced in a complete fullness. And I had to get over, the first thing I had to get over was I don't deserve this. So many of you feel that you don't deserve it. Every time, man, you listen, every time I come, I say, I deserve this. Every time, because I do.
All facts. All
All
facts.
facts.
Why not? Why is it that I don't deserve all of this pleasure, this oozing down my leg, you know what I'm saying, dripping on his nutsack, messing his bed up? I had to have a conversation with somebody like, don't you come in here apologizing for squirting. I'm really sick and tired of that. That really come from some weak ass niggas. You weak ass niggas out here is out here getting upset at a chick because she squirted on your bed. You know what I'm saying? Go get you a mattress cover, my nigga. You know what I'm
Put
saying?
that,
Have more
put
than
that,
two.
put that sheet on like a cape, nigga. You did something. You finally did something good. Pat yourself on the back.
You ladies, start busting, start shooting that shit across the room and hitting points like a sniper
Targets.
practice, like target practice. You know what I'm saying?
Pew pew.
Um,
Right.
Sincere said something about so no partnerships. When you start thinking that I have to form a partnership, that means you coming from a space of I am single, I am alone, and you are never alone. That's what it says in
I'm
the affirmation.
incomplete.
What does it say? I am in the love of all and all love is in me. I'm a part of all and all is a part of me. I'm one with all and all is one with me. I can succeed as a part of all and fail as an individual. What is failure? I didn't have a nut. This person isn't loving me. This person isn't doing that. That's because you operating as an individual and you still come up with this, my stuff, your stuff. I have to keep my stuff over here because I'm living in a lack. Once again, like Ross said, what God do you serve? If you serve an all-loving, all-abundant God, then how can somebody take something from you? You've never,
He
and a
said,
lot of y'all ain't never lost everything in order to understand that God is like, my nigga, that shit was minor. That's how God attitude is. My nigga, that's minor as hell.
it don't even matter. It don't even matter. So Sincere says, so you don't have a woman? And to echo
I got,
off your point of partnerships, I feel like partnership is very useful, okay? Partnership should be all about the synergy, okay? How each of you are going to grow exponentially from y'all coming together. So when you look at it like that, then what's the perfect number of partnerships if it's all about growth? God is infinite. Like, every partner can't bring you everything that you need in this moment. So,
how many systems do you have in your body operating at one time that you have partnerships with, Ra? Don't you have a partnership with your endocrine system? Don't you have a
absolutely.
partnership with your respiratory system? Don't you have a
Absolutely.
partnership with your circulatory system and your muscular system and your skeletal system? Aren't they all working harmoniously, Ra, at all times? They ain't beefing with one another?
Everybody get enough blood. Everybody get enough oxygen. Everybody get enough energy from the food. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody tripping because of money already made.
That's why I gotta move my shoulders. You know what I'm saying? The sister said, is there a way a woman can learn to squirt? Aren't you orgasming first? Some of y'all be skipping steps.
Oh my
I want
God,
to talk about that. Some of y'all be wanting to skip steps. You be wanting to do, you know what I'm saying? You be wanting to play you be wanting to be in the orchestra, but you ain't learned to play the scales on your instrument. Rob, was you about to say something? I'm sorry.
No, I just saw somebody watching this that would be a
Oh.
critic. Oh, oh well.
You said so they might be a
Sorry.
critic.
I know they are, but go ahead.
Oh, it's all good. Sincere, let's bring things into a lifestyle. I spent more time having casual sex than most on here. Then what? So that's your path. Stop comparing to what other people did, and then that's a part of what you deserve. That's the level that you're at. And the thing is, you think that you have to have long-term relationships to have connections. You can have connections with that person, because I keep trying to remind you about cosmic contracts. If you got to get around and you got 10,000 cosmic contracts that you got to fulfill, you might not get to 10,000 women this lifetime. You may only can get to like 211 or maybe 104 or maybe 7. But guess what? The contract got to be fulfilled before you can get your ass up off of here and not have to come back. So suicide don't help. Getting shot like Tupac. Tupac had to come back. That nigga wasn't finished. Biggie had to come back. Sunyata Saraswati had to come back. You're going to keep right on getting a new body all the time. But y'all are so attached to this new ass body. But your spirit and your soul is old as hell.
Like, man, this ain't nothing. But you know, on the notion of contracts, every contract is not the same. And there are people that you might come into this lifetime to have a long-standing traditional partnership contract to fulfill. And nobody is putting any kind of weight over any type of contract or the other. But a lot of times people put so much more gravity and weight on the long-term contracts, but you can be in a stupid ass, miserable ass, go nowhere ass relationship for a long time and not accomplish half of what you. When I met my twin flame, we were together for 3 months, and that was it. And we accomplished so much in that 3 months that we cool for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is time? What is time?
It's an illusion. That's what it is. It says row, row, row your boat. It don't say row, row, row our boat. You know what I'm saying? But you know where that comes from, Ra? The lies that women tell about this whole word of stability. I need stability. I can't move outside of source. I got to hold this 1 gallon of milk. And this 1 gallon of milk has got to just last me. So I got to drink this gallon of milk slow, because there is no more milk, Ra. So this milk makes me stable. You know what you do? You hold on to a gallon of milk, Ra? What happens to a gallon of milk?
A gallon of milk is eventually going to be empty, and you're going to be missing, or it's going to spoil.
And that's people who be in relationships too long and be wondering, how do I get out of this shit? Nigga, you the one holding the damn jug of spoiled milk, talking about this is my all. Fix him, fix her. I can't believe we have kids together. Huh?
Man, listen, them kids know what's up. Them kids know what's up. Them kids want you to be. What do you think you owe your children? Like, why do you think your children chose you as the primary learning vessel for them? For them to see your milk spoil? Or for them to see you turn that milk into some cheese, into some other shit, get you some more milk, get you some juice, get you some fresh vegetables, get you some of everything that's available to you. Like, I don't know. I've never been able to just stay in something just for the sake of my son having the illusion of stability, because on the inside, I would not have been stable. Where does your stability come from? What the world is showing you, or what you know is on the inside, what you are creating from the inside out? Or is your stability based on a reflection of something that's already happened?
So Sincere's whole world is blown right now, because he's looking for balance. So Sincere, God is not balance. God is harmony. Balance means the same thing on the same side all the time, being this even keel. This means this is a straight line. And there are no straight lines in nature. The Fibonacci curve, okay? So if you're mad about balance not being there, because the balance can't be restored because there never was balance, because the flower of life and the Fibonacci curve is infinite and it's moving and expanding and contracting. Your breath ain't balanced. Nothing in you is balanced. So you need to deprogram this whole desire for balance, because that's how you run in your university. Because you saying
two-dimensional. Balance is only 2 dimensions. He ain't even 3D.
And he said, what's the ROI if I'm just giving my dick out to everybody? What am I getting back? What about, that's human thinking. That's mortal thinking, because God gives seeking nothing in return. Because God is all. So if you are always giving, always seeking in return all the time, then guess what? You are a mortal, or you're suffering from mortal tendencies that you can get over. You can get over these mortal tendencies, like death is permanent. That's a mortal tendency. It's a rumor. It's not true. There's over 10,000 immortals living on the planet Earth right now. Go look up Baba G. These vampires is out here. Them niggas is immortal. You feel what I'm saying? I'm talking about jokers that's 5, 6, 7, 20,000 years old, 100,000 years old, still living on the planet. But just because you don't see it, that's the mortal. I'm looking at 2-dimensional, so if I don't know it, it's just, okay, well, whatever. Nah, bro. Nah, that's the trap that they got to keep you with your mortal tendencies. God gives, seeking nothing in return. Look how disobedient jokers are to God all the time. What's he do? Give your ass another life. Come on, you're going to go ahead and go back and do that shit again. You go ahead and do it again. But I don't know.
Raquel say, how do you know when the contract is fulfilled? I think that's very simple. A lot of times we ignore that notification. It's like you put that on silent because you want the contract to operate along your terms, not the universal terms. But it'll be cool. You'll feel a sense of release. You'll feel that the time is up. Things will no longer be working out the way they were in the past. It won't be easy. Like contracts are not meant to be difficult and hard to maintain. Okay? Once the work is done, and you'll be able to know, so this is where you have to start trusting what's inside and not what everybody else is telling you should be experiencing. What you about to say, Khayr?
I was about to say that there's an amicable release of contracts too. When it's fulfilled, you can be at so damn much enlightenment that you ain't possessive of this thing anymore. You pass your human characteristics of you can't go nowhere, you can't go nowhere, you can't go nowhere. It's already fulfilled. So I'm straight. So now it's a wrap. I don't have to even hold on no more, because everything down here is temporary. What's the end of the song say? Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. It don't say life is but a fact. Life is but an absolute. It says life is but a dream. Go ahead. What you about to say?
Hold on. So Sincere say, so we teach our babies to have as much casual sex as possible to free your soul. I don't even think that's not what I have said, but I teach my son that you fulfill as many of the contracts as you came here to fulfill. Nigga, you came here by yourself. You don't owe me nothing. You don't owe your mama nothing. You don't owe your granddaddy nothing. You don't owe your grandmama nothing. You don't owe none of these chicks that's gonna come into your life nothing. You came here to master the lessons of your soul. Get it in, nigga, because I'm going to be doing some other shit next time you come back, and I'm not going to be in this same position to help guide you. So you better figure this shit out. So, hey, I told my son if he want to have, he's going to have at least 3 or 4 wives. Because he's the only child. I mean, we need to re-up.
and as a man, you can't even grow spiritually without getting raped and racked across the coals by several women. Sincere, you growing so much because of the bullshit that you done been through with several women. You know what I'm saying? You women are growing a lot because of the niggas that's done dogged you out. Now you can choose to grow down like roots and stay stuck in something if that's the way you look at it, or you can say, I never lose, I only learn, and say, hey, now I got dogged out, what do I learn from that? Because you learn through conflict. This is a world of light and shadow. Half of our time on the planet is shadow, the other half is light. So you can't have light all the time. That's punk shit. That's actually I don't want to say it's feminine shit, but that's what women be want when they want stability. No darkness. No darkness. Only romance. It's always got to be food in the refrigerator. My bills always got to be paid. I asked the sister, I said, what is your real fear? She was like, well, what if my children don't eat? I said, why wouldn't they eat? She said, well, because I'd be homeless. I said, and then what? She said, yeah, then I'd be, and then people will be looking at me, and then you'll be what? Embarrassed. You was taught to be embarrassed. You was programmed to accept embarrassment in kindergarten. You can't really be taught shit. Somebody just going through trying to program you to pick a different reality and a different illusion than what your real program is. That's why I say study your chart. And it ain't about teaching the children. Only thing I'm teaching the children is to be honest to what you are, which I always go back and say, where's your Venus at? What does your chart say? You can't teach the children off of what you're doing unless you're saying, I'm radically honest, my nigga. Here's my chart. I'm radically honest with it. Here's your chart. You know how to read it. You should be radically honest with it too. Because, nigga, I'm going to be happy and keep growing. Go ahead, Rob.
Khayr, Sincere really has a problem with this word that's being shared today. And he says that he's lived this life. Y'all not teaching it right. So what are you saying? You owe who gives to you. You do owe people. That is so black and white, right and wrong, good and bad, positive, negative. So, Sincere, let's just be honest. This is how you view God in the world. Right, wrong, black, white, up, down. We just saw you had the two-dimensional balance issue going on. So it's not a shot. It's not a shot, but we got to be real about it because you're projecting this energy onto a conversation that is moving in way more directions than what you're thinking right now. Okay, so the challenge is, if you open to hearing it and accepting it, then you're going to have to say, I'm going to have to open up to some things and to a new way of seeing things. But, I don't believe that you owe anybody anything. My son doesn't owe me anything. I chose to bring him into this world. I chose to do anything that I choose to do for him is because it's out of my desire to see him achieve certain things. I don't do anything so that I can have a damn IOU bank account deficit on his ledger when I turn 65, nigga. Oh, guess it's time to pay. You know, like I don't operate like that. So you really got to look at your relationship. This is about your first relationship and your first experience of love. Okay, your first experience of love had a lot to do with something being taken away from you and you left wanting more out of love. Okay, that's what you got to look at. I ain't trying to put nobody on blast, but if you're going to project some right and wrong, we got to be real about what's really coming to the surface here.
Right, because...
Check that relationship with mama.
Right. And where'd you get this inclination of? Where'd you get it at? Because you're parroting it. Is it yours or is it something that you saw? And is it a fear? And why are you so resistant of it? Why is this such fearful for you that I can't invite people into my house casually? Are you afraid that you won't be a man? We'll shame you because you broke the bro code, or that you got these rules and then all of a sudden the rules got modified or the rules got thrown all the way out of the window? Do you know that you're not even aware of all the rules? If you said you came here to learn, then guess what? You don't know all the rules. So as soon as you start holding on to all the rules, you go and put yourself into the person who knows everything. And we already know who that person is. You see what I'm saying? And first relationship with my mother, all bad. Now we got a breakthrough. You see what I'm saying? So that's where it comes from. So now here's the next question. Why are you holding on to it?
Because he's tired of giving and being left with nothing in return. Boom. So you keep attracting that. You keep attracting that same model. I didn't mean to cut you off, Khayr.
Go ahead.
But you keep attracting that. So at what point? So like you don't really need to be in another relationship for a minute until you go back and parent that little boy who was left wanting more. You got to go back and give him everything that he's ever needed to hear from his mother. Every word of reassurance, every kiss, every sit on my lap, every come cuddle with me, whatever he needs. You have to be unapologetic in feeding him that and feeding that part of him. Okay? Because you're just going to keep attracting the same dynamic in a relationship over and over.
Because you didn't go and get in it. And that's why you feel this way, because you practice a poly lifestyle. I can have many queens as I want, but what you're doing is trying to get these women to replace your mother. You want, and that's the wrong motivation. Like I used to want to be rich because my father was poor, or because my grandfathers were rich, so now I have to be rich. That's the wrong motivation. I need to have an internal motivation of what I'm gonna do with my money. I'm gonna just get all this money and then be like, look, daddy, see? And then guess what? He'll be the core of what I used to call success. And I still would have, now I would have wasted a whole lifetime on these feelings I have. Remember, your mother is only a shared vagina. She shared her vagina with you to get you here so you can have an astrological chart. You don't owe her, you know what I'm saying? That's what she owed you. Your mama's only a shared vagina player. She shared
Your
her
mom
vagina with
is
you.
a shared vagina on the shirt.
That's it. That's it.
And
That's
you wasn't
it.
the first nigga to get it.
Right.
Y'all tripping off of sharing coochie now. Your mama was your first shared coochie. Come on. I'm finna go. Sometimes I just be too brass. I'm sorry.
No, that's true alchemy. It's true alchemy. That's what y'all need. TrueAlchemy.com at your service. This show is sponsored.
TrueAlchemy.com. We do
TrueAlchemy.com.
readings. I got a new deck of cards that I've been busting out on these clients. It's been telling beautiful stories. We do energy healings. Y'all hit me up.
Yes, she is the psychic surgeon. She's my psychic surgeon. I love getting on the table. She goes into other languages and all this other type of stuff. It gets real in the playing field. But this is why I'm trying to get away from casual sex. Why are you trying to get away from something that keeps happening? And don't you think that it keeps happening because obviously these contracts keep coming up, which is to answer the question from Ricky L. Are contracts not a form of debt or owing someone? No, contracts are agreements. And when you come to Earth, you get amnesia. You still have the contract, but you just can't remember it. So these people are showing up to you because they're attracted to you and your cellular composition. Your cellular composition and your energy signature is attracting these people that you have contracts with that you already signed cosmically that have to be played out. And it don't matter whether you understand it or not. That's the part where I got free. Fuck it. That's like you trying to understand magic. How the hell am I gonna understand magic? I got free when I was just like, fuck it.
It keeps happening.
It keeps happening. Also, I think that one of the things Dr. Gibson had told me to do is, did you ever sit with the grief from what your mother did or what you feel your mother did or what happened between you and your mother? Sitting with that grief before you enter another relationship. You didn't, because you got kids. So your kids in their conception got some of the grief that you have from what happened between you and your mother, or excuse me, what appears to have happened. Because in her chart, does she owe you being with you for 30 years? Why is she supposed to be with you? You know what I'm saying? It's because that's romantic. We don't do romance. I keep telling you, relationship science over romance. Why does she got to be this little thing to you? That's why what Ron said, you got to go back and heal the little boy if that's what it takes. Or you can go and beat the little boy's ass and say, shut the fuck up and man up. You can do either one, because this is just one of several lifetimes, bro. Y'all had that conversation with her and then move past it.
And she doesn't owe you anything because she's here to live her life. Like, she doesn't, I mean, it's hard to accept that. It is really hard to accept that. That is something I had to get over too. Like, this feeling of somebody owes me, they didn't give me what I'm supposed to have. Who's to say what your portion is? You're here. She gave you enough. You're still here. She might, even if that was leaving you with somebody else who took better care of you, you still here. Who are you to say what your portion is? All of this shit is part of what you needed and what you signed up for.
what I be telling people all the time, you the one hired your planets. You already determined this whole fate, player, before you got here. You and your mama had a contract before you got here of her abandoning you so you could learn from the lesson. The lesson that you supposed to learn, if she would have done what your fantasy is in your head, then you'd be way fucked up. So karmically, everything is operating correct, but you trying to make sense out of it.
Yeah.
Bang, bang. What up, Cassie? The moment I let go of it was the moment I found I had more than I could handle. The moment I jumped off of it was the moment I touched down. Alanis
Hey,
Morissette.
this body is too small.
Come with it,
I
Robert.
have more
Come
than
on.
I can handle. Man, listen, when y'all understand that God is everything and so much more than enough, and God is so much more than you can handle in this little infantile state that you exist in right now, you will never want or need for anything. Get the toad, man.
Sincere done had 2 doses of the toad, and
Don't put him.
no, I mean he don't. He know. I ain't putting the
Okay.
video out there, but you know what I'm saying. But he also understands that there was a lot of resistance in relinquishing his physical self, because that's what the toad does, is dissolve you, and there was a lot of resistance. So it's, what do you do between doses of toad? What do you do between doses of toad? If the toad shows you what you need to work on, relinquishing this physical, then guess what? And then today we've come up with a subject that showing you again, reiterating, you need to what? Relinquish up under a retrograde. And we're talking about sex, relinquish, rewind, release, all of the REs, because then you can replenish. Because you don't, it's only it's the same thing I say to these women I had talking about, I can't be having casual sex. It's your fault that you ain't coming, not mine. You ain't gonna
Let
put
me
that
tell you
shit on me.
the biggest difference here, and he said he had a lot of casual sex. The biggest difference is you were having it from a place of incompleteness. You were incomplete and you were seeking these other women casually to fill a void that they would never be able to fill. You go back, you make yourself whole. When you go have casual, whatever you want to call casual, because my shit ain't never casual. My shit is a powerhouse, Thundercat, kick dough every time. But
That's called
anyway,
proud pussy. That's called proud pussy, y'all. See, that's called proud pussy.
blessings be. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, when you are complete and you're not seeking anything from anyone in return, then it is an offer. It is an experience of worship. It is God coming together in physical form. You're not left wanting or needing from anyone. Check your motives, man. Don't shoot down the vehicle. Check your motives. Shit.
And really, you got too many motives. That's what I say when people
Yeah,
come
that's a
into the
lot of
toad.
them.
You got too many agendas. Why do I have to come into sex with an agenda? You know what I'm saying? I like when I come in to have me some good old spontaneous, casual sex, and the shit goes so different than what I had in my mind. Like, you know what?
Whoa.
She loves to give head. Ooh, she loves to give head. And then she rides you all night. And you be like, man, fuck that head. She done rolled you, like she done turned around, she done hit it from the side, you done had all this other stuff. And then you know what I'm saying? Then you done had it, and then you come and she say, you want some head? You be like, babe, just lay here. Babe, just lay here.
It's
I'm so
more than
straight.
enough.
More than enough. More than enough. And then you be in acceptance of what the universe just gave you, because the universe just gave you what you needed. She needed, what about what she needed? What about, yeah, she got some banging head, but she ain't feel like that. She just want to ride your dick like 5 different ways. Well, how about that could be part of your contract? And then she ghosts you and don't call you for 3 weeks. Or text you back when you text. Are you willing to step up into your godhood and say that casual sex was what she needed and I'm cool with that?
Or if it makes you feel some kind of way when she ghosts you, that casual sex was part of the lesson for me to look at my issues with abandonment and attachment. That was the vehicle. Man, you can't dictate what kind of, man, y'all want to go in a restaurant and order something like, okay, God, I want you to help me fulfill my destiny and why I'm here. And then you want to look over in the kitchen. Hey, don't cook my fish too hard. Don't put too much salt on my potatoes. Can you make this? My soup got a little bit of lumps in it. You want?
I can't put your order in and wait your ass at the table. And when
Go
the
have a
food
drink,
come
man.
out, appreciate it. Why can't you
Yes.
just, yeah, why don't you get a drink or two? Maybe why don't you go, you might even be able to go get wasted. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? But if you living on this planet, guess what? Your order is already been taken back to the kitchen. And everything that's coming out to you is the food that you ordered, including the grief. I'm a minister. Robbie, I don't know if you know this, but I married a couple, right? And at their ceremony, they have 4 things that they all had to taste. They had vinegar, chocolate, honey, and cayenne pepper. And they said those 4 things were the representatives of what that relationship was going to go through. And at some form of fashion, we all like things a little spicy. We all like things a little extra sweet. Some things it might be vinegar, and then sometimes it might be chocolate. You feel what I'm saying? So, and no, you don't need to read your contracts first, because that's over, bro. You put the order in the 60s before you got here. Whatever year your mama was born in, take 2 years before that. So my mama was born in 1948. So I was making a contract with her in 1946, but I didn't come down until 1970. Okay, so the vagina you passed through, you already had a contract, and you aren't allowed to remember. You only allowed to submit to it and honor it. That's what it's called, being an honorable person. Are you honorable? Are you honorable?
Get out of your human mind, man. Get out that little bitty human mind, man. That's gonna slow you down. But hey, Khayr, I gotta go catch a flight, love.
Hold it down, baby. Thank you for coming here. TrillAlchemy.com. If y'all ever in Dallas, you know what I'm saying? Y'all better go get on the table. I'm trying to tell you. Rob A sessions are amazing.
The table ain't gonna be in Dallas for long.
Shh, hold on. Shh. Christmas coming. Hold on. I'm telling about.
Okay.
Pause.
Peace, y'all.
Somebody wants to know now she gonna leave me. Now I gotta explain what the toad is. That's
yeah, good luck.
Yeah, I know. Right. All right, peace.
Hang me up. All right, peace.
These are kind of conversations that we be having at self-discovery class on Thursday nights. Yeah, all of but really just to challenge you. Not really challenge. Yeah, challenge your old way of thinking. But we have this Thursday's class is going to be on mechanics. So tonight there's on Thursday we're going to be discussing the mechanics of relationships. A lot of y'all don't know the foundation, you don't know the mechanics, and you don't know implementation of relationships, relationship science. You're just going off of your feelings, and you're going off your past, and you're going off your limiting character, and you're going off your programming, your piss poor programming, and you're going off of bad data. All of these things are busting you across your head that ain't gonna help you none. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why we have a class. So you're encouraged to go to selfdiscoveryclass.info, sign up for this week's class. It's a continuation of last week's class. Today's Tuesday. You have all day today, all day tomorrow, and really all day Thursday up to 8:59 to watch class number 1. It's fundamentally sound. It's for your foundation. The subject ain't going nowhere. So I'm going to talk about it. I wanted to charge $1,000 for the course. We're only charging $26. So self-discovery class, if you've been there before, like you already know how we get down. If you ain't been there, then hey, that's new. Craig Stevens said, what's the toad? Go to Google and type in Mike Tyson, Dr. Jerry with a G. Mike Tyson, Dr. Jerry with a G. Or you can go type in Mike Tyson Toad, right? There go Trill Alchemy right there. Or you can type in 5-MeO-DMT. But I would type in Dr. Jerry Bufo Alvarez. You probably don't know how to. You can type in Dr. Jerry Bufo.
You can type in 5MEO Bufo. You could type in Mike Tyson Bufo. You could type in Mike Tyson Toad. But the video on YouTube you're looking for the introduction to this subject is Mike Tyson, Dr. Jerry, Gerry, right? Yeah, that'll give you an explanation. But there's a toad in the Sonoran Desert, which is in the northwestern corner of Mexico, southwestern corner of the United States, that sleeps underground for 9 months, that has a hallucinogen toxin in his in his bloodstream up under his skin that deters other animals from eating him. But inside of this quote unquote venom is a particle called a chemical compound called 5-MeO-DMT, which is an entheogen. So type in entheogen, E-N, Theo, which is God, G-E-N, entheogen. All right. The invocation playing in the background. I think if you go to Tybro.com and get the Ancestor, it's the free Ancestor joint. If you go back and listen to this, there's been something playing in the background, like the whole. That's what I have. That's playing around the whole house the whole time, right? To keep the house cleaned up. Y'all know how we do. But yeah, the toad, and so you get the venom out of the toad by popping the pimples on a piece of glass. Take the glass and lay it in the sun, and then scrape it off the glass, and then you put it in a glass pipe that's like a crack pipe, and then you vaporize it, take it into the body for 16 seconds. You inhale for 8, hold it for 8, and then you have an entheogenic experience, which we call like free base jumping into the heart of God. You know how the people be on the canyon and they just jump off and they just be like just free falling? That's how it is. And at some point, some mysterious umbrella opens, and this is a book. I just got this in from Dr. Jerry, that the God Molecule. This book is all about the 5-MeO. You see what that says? My journey to 5-MeO-DT and the spiritual path to divine light. Geraldo Ruben Sandoval Isaac, MD, OBGYN, the God Molecule. Yep. And the picture on the front don't even do no justice to what you'll experience. So the book is only $9. I will get this as soon as possible. I have several videos on YouTube about the toad. If you want me to send you a video, just inbox me and I'll be like, here you go. Matter of fact, I'm about to it's not like it's ayahuasca's DMT. Ayahuasca lasts several hours. This is like 20 to 30 minutes. And it's like ayahuasca times 10,000. Yeah, the cover is fire, Adrian. Yeah. So I appreciate all of y'all who came. If you stayed through the whole thing, then you were absolutely crazy. But I appreciate you. If you came in late, that's good. If you've been here halfway, what's one of the jewels that you picked up that you can use from today? Please tell me one thing that you heard from me and Rob A in our discussions that you could use, or one thing just from me, or one thing just from Rob A that you can apply in your life right now. And on a scale of 1 to 10, how do we do? That is what Jasmine did. Jasmine partook in the God. That's what she was talking about. If you seen Jasmine's video, she talking about the God Molecule. Absolutely. Coach, what was that white tiger you spoke of? The white tigers. Now y'all want me to get up. I mean, is there a book about that? I'm curious. Yes, it's for grown folks, but since Shelly asked for it, I will go get it. Oh. I have to lay out the one for the women and the one for the men at the same time, because I think that the brothers should read. I think the brothers should read this one first. The brothers should read the one about the women, and the women should read the one about the brothers first, and then go backwards. That's how I like to do. Yeah. So this is the White Tigers, Sexual Teachings of the White Tigers, Secrets of their Female Taoist Masters. And this is the Sexual Teaching of the Jade Dragon, Taoist Methods for Sexual Revitalization. So ladies, even though it's, this is the woman, yeah, ladies, you should read this so you know what you're picking. Guys, you should read this and then go back over and get that one. I started with this one first, then I went to this one. And some of the exercises that are in here are worth the price of the book. I don't know, like the exercises in here, like the deer exercise. Yeah, the exercises that are in here are worth, worth the cost of the book itself. Yeah, I know. Sometimes you gotta turn and show people videos, and y'all want to skip straight to this. This is one of my favorite joints. Yeah. Yeah, the exercises in here alone are worth the price of the book. Yeah, I do keep them keys. Absolutely. 2 is for the share, 10 is for the live. Thank you, Cassie. I appreciate it. What up, Core? What up, Carrie? Have casual sex. That's what I'm talking about, Adrian. Go get you some. All right, I haven't eaten today, and it's already 3:30. So I appreciate y'all. Please, we're going to see y'all in class on Thursday. I'll probably make another video later on this evening. But I got to go get something to eat, and I got to complete some tasks. All right? So we're going to holler at you. Peace. Oh, how could we do anything? And can somebody please type selfdiscoveryclass.info so I can pin it to the bottom of the page, please? I guess I might have to type it myself, right? I do have it on speed dial. Bong bong. Look at Adrian talking about if you get either book, please read. I know that's right. And don't let nobody else hold it, because it's gone. Especially that red one. It's out of here. If you let somebody hold that White Tigers, deuces. Yes. Abdul Kul Tafalatat, Wabazon, Gamma Farragoon, Shalel Kaloon. Anabako, Gijalaki Tatia Tezara, Kabel Renat, Amcha Sagvenu, Tahara Nunara, Nagibor, the Shay Yakadeka, Kabava Shamran, Barkum Taram, Rakame, Tazika Taker, to meet Gamlin, Kasin Kadosh, Bararu Tufka, Nahelata Taker, Yakit Gehel, Amchapanez, Okrea Katushka Taker, Shavatanu Kabel, Ushma, Tazakatanu, Yodea Talamo, Buraruk Shem, Kovo Makuto, Nalam Vaed. What up, Rab Love? Thank you, Gabrielle. If you just got here, you're going to have to go back and catch this from the beginning. This was a scorcher right here. Woohoo! Peace.